Hey guys, welcome back. It's Connie and Christy, and we're doing another amazing business audit. If you've not got your audit, there is a link in the third line of the description. Make sure you grab that, okay? Because you're going to see in a minute that we're super nice, but we give you so many ideas. If you go back and look at some of the other ones, like people have taken our advice and really grown their businesses already. So anyway, we're gonna jump in here. This is an amazing business, Christy. Like she was so much
Yay!
fun, but I can see some
Yes.
areas already that we can be making more money.
Oh yeah, so much opportunity.
So this is Allison, and remind us what, and you want to go ahead and share, and let's look at her social media.
Yes. I will pull up her social media. So this is Allison with Everyday Shortcuts is the name of her blog and her Facebook page. Everyday Shortcuts by Allison McFadden. Do you want me to just go ahead and go through this for us, Connie?
Let's go
You
through.
ready? Let's go. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to talk about, and we talk about this in almost everybody's video, is that this cover photo needs to be taken up a notch, right? So it just doesn't tell me a whole lot. And honestly, that in the kitchen and life on the bottom is super hard to read on a phone, and 90% or more of your people are going to be seeing this on a phone. But I just want something that's going to like bring out some more emotion. Do you feel like that, Connie? Like if she had like
Yeah.
pictures of like her or people or like the food or whatever you're focusing on,
And you
and
could
it can even be
take like
seasonal.
because when I think of shortcuts, I think of getting more time back. So
Yes.
having the calendar,
Mhm.
having I think that you've got to put some photos that like get more time back or something that's going to draw me in because it's just not drawing me in. And Allison, I
Exactly.
mean, no offense, but nobody knows who you are except for your close friends. So
Yes. So with the page,
the
yeah.
page name isn't drawing me in.
Yeah. So would you say just take it everyday shortcuts and get rid of by Allison McFadden because she's not a real well-known person right now, or would you even change everyday shortcuts?
I think you can leave everyday shortcuts, but I
Yeah, me
think
too.
that on your banner, on your cover, it needs to say get more time back with get more time back. Somehow get more time back in your
Yes.
life or
And
something that's
yeah,
going to immediately I see it and I think, oh, she's going to give me tips to help me get an hour of my time back or 2 hours of my time
yes.
back.
And that kind of just goes back to like business and marketing basics of like everyday shortcuts is like what you're giving them. It's kind of like the thing, but it doesn't sell me on like what the benefit is or like doesn't hit my pain point. My pain point, like, why do I need everyday shortcuts? So I can save time because I'm so dang busy, right? Like, I don't want to like spend 2 hours in the kitchen every day because I've got like all these kids and whatever. And so if you can break it down for me, like everyday shortcuts, and
And
then
I would even, Christy,
explain
like be
why.
really specific, like put
Mhm.
a picture of a woman if you're only doing women. Or if
Yes.
you're only doing moms with a certain age kid, that needs to go in
Yes.
that cover
Mhm.
because right now, this could be for men or women or grandmas or like who are you serving? Like they need to see that and see themselves.
Yep, exactly. Okay, so let's scroll down a little bit further here. And okay, so we've got this post on the top. This is your pinned post right here. Your back to school shopping guide, which makes sense. The one thing I would have here and just changing your description a little bit, like this tells them what it is, but again, like we just talked about with the cover photo, tell them why they need it. Like make it irresistible. What do they get? Not as far as what they get, like specifically, like you get a list and a guide, but like how does that benefit them? What is the benefit of this guide? You have to hit benefits in your posts when you're trying to get somebody to click over to something, right?
And I would
Okay.
even say at this point, schools have already started. So
Yeah.
I would probably switch that out seasonally.
Yes.
So
Time to
like,
take that
what
down.
are some tips of fall? Like
Right.
for, because I'm already like in the crafting groups and all of that, like people are already doing fall, they're already planning for Halloween and Thanksgiving and all of that. I would
Yes.
switch that out to a different pin post. And it's a lot of links. It's a lot of like, here's this product and this product and this. It's a lot there.
Yes. So that's one thing when we were just kind of quickly scrolling through your page, Allison, is that every post is a photo with a link. And while we first of all, love this, like the spooky Halloween charcuterie board, it's freaking amazing. And those are so hot right now that like it's brilliant to put this on there.
I
In
would nearly
fact,
make that the pin post.
yeah.
If
And
you've
did
got a
you
great email opt-in that goes with that, like make that the pin post.
exactly, exactly. And maybe even that email opt-in. What if that's so I know I kind of scrolled through that post over here on her website and it's very detailed. I wonder if you could put a little less detail in the blog post. I know you've already created it. And then create a step-by-step guide to
So I would
actually put
leave it
people
that
together.
way because you don't want to mess with the blog if
Just
it's especially if
leave
it's
it for
ranking
now.
on Google.
Yeah.
But Allison, you could 100% say, do you want the step-by-step guide? There's a website that you can use that will literally take your blog post and make it into a guide.
Oh, super cool.
And I can't remember what it's called, but I'll put it in the
We can
description.
link, yeah, we can link that in the description. Awesome. That's a
But I
fantastic
would
idea.
sell that. Like I would
Yeah.
just use Gumroad and like upload it because here's the thing, you guys, you're like, if somebody can look at that, they can, but they're looking at it in that moment and they don't need it for another month. So if they could
Right.
buy it for $5 or
Yeah.
even,
Two,
$3,
two to $5. Right.
yeah, I mean, put that on there, say if you want to just immediately download this, here's
Hmm.
the price. Like you would be
Yeah.
surprised at how many people would buy it just to have it for future
Yes.
reference. And
Absolutely. Yeah.
it's just taking your photos and putting them in a Canva or
Right.
some sort of template that
Such a great idea. So going back, so we do love that you like your photos are fantastic.
yeah.
And the main problem here and why you're probably not seeing a lot of reach on your page. In fact, I mean, look at this. This is posted yesterday at 11:38, an instant pot apple spice cake. Yum, it's beautiful. Like people want stuff like this, but you have no likes, comments, or shares on this. And I can tell you right now, absolutely 100%, it's because every single one of your posts are a photo with a link. And what happens is that Facebook really likes to keep people on Facebook, right? Facebook is the jealous boyfriend, is like the, like they're not going to let you go over to another website. Like they need you on Facebook. And so when you're only posting things that are taking people off Facebook, Facebook goes, we're not going to show as much of your stuff, like, so the key here is a variety of posts. So like Connie, what are some of the varieties of posts that we love? We love like polls.
I
We
mean,
love,
inspiration. The other thing is you've got recipe after recipe after recipe. And if you're doing
mhm.
shortcuts, there's a mismatch there. Like I'm seeing
Yes.
crafts and I'm seeing, so your name doesn't, it's not screaming
Mhm.
to me shortcuts.
That
Like
is absolutely correct. None of this looks like shortcuts stuff to
none
me.
of that looks like
Like if I want to have shortcuts and save time, like I'm not making my own coffee bombs, my shortcut is I'm finding a place to buy it.
correct.
Right.
So there's
So
a
yeah, there is a
disconnect
mismatch.
there.
So this is great content. This
Right.
is good stuff. Like coffee bombs are great. Charcuterie boards are great. Like literally a charcuterie board is like not a shortcut for me. Like,
So Allison, I think you have to
yeah.
decide, like, are you going to give
Yes.
tips or are you going to stick with the recipes and all of that fun stuff, which looks like
Yes.
that's what you're doing. If that's the case, then that cover has to be way different. You could leave the name, I think,
Mhm.
at the moment, but you're
Yeah,
going
we've
to have
got
to
lots
change
of
that cover.
recipes.
There's a lot of
Maybe
food posts. Yeah.
these are all food posts, in fact. So if you want to switch to food blogging, like switch to food blogging. That's totally okay. Um, I mean, absolutely. I'm just trying to think, like, I was looking through here to see maybe if like September was recipe month, but it looks like August has a recipe too, and
Yeah.
another recipe. So you're all recipes. So we need, honestly, everyday shortcuts is probably not the ideal name for your page because people aren't going to know what your page is about. And so they're not going to be likely to follow it. And you're just people who
Well, they're
want
looking
everyday
for
shortcuts.
shortcuts. They're
Right. People
not
want everyday
looking for
shortcuts want shortcuts.
recipes. Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, I know that you have a blog totally named Everyday Shortcuts as well. What's your take on that, Connie? Like, I mean, not changing the blog name
Yeah, I mean, you
or
can't
change, I don't
change
know.
the blog name. I think that you're
Yeah.
going to have to just put like where it says everyday shortcuts, you're gonna have to like recipes in the kitchen or something like that. You're gonna have to just pivot it a little bit. Um, and I
So you're saying,
honestly like this would be something where like in our mastermind membership, like
yeah.
it would be something I would have to sit and think about for a minute. To give
Yes.
you some really good thoughts on
Yeah.
how do we pivot the and I don't like it's not changing the name. I mean, all of that is so set.
Yes.
I
Well,
just
we have, we have a friend, that has a decluttering page, and she started out with a website of a certain name. She named her page that, and it totally like nobody it didn't resonate with
right,
anybody. But she couldn't change her blog name, right? Because your blog's like already set up and everything, but you can change your page name. And she's doing like amazing. She's like working on building a 7-figure business right now. Like she's really close. And her page name and her blog name are not the same.
yeah, and
Like
I think
like
that's
at all.
what
Like it's okay.
even coming like people aren't coming like majority of people looking for a recipe for Instant Pot recipe, they're not looking
Mhm.
at your blog name. They literally it pulls up on Google and that's what they click because it's the recipe that they're clicking.
Yeah.
And I would also use like so we have a training on like what do you post? How do you fix that cover? What does all of that look like? We have that
Yeah.
training, but I would also pick up the training on Facebook stories. You're at 10,000. I would use those stories to drive that blog traffic big time. Using those Pinterest pins, drive that. Christy has a great ads training. I would definitely take a look at some of that and be like, okay, how do I tweak some of this stuff? So let's take a
Yeah.
quick look at your blog right quick
Awesome.
and your YouTube. And am I sharing? All right, yeah, maybe.
You are sharing. I see you
Okay.
sharing.
Y'all, sometimes it's just
We
like
figured it out.
sometimes it's just what it is. Again, I would figure something out here. I also took a look at some of what you're using for your names and stuff like that. I would tell you Rank IQ would 100% help you get ranked higher in Google. He just does a lot of long tail keywords, and you can search by Instant Pot or um, how do you say those boards?
Charcuterie.
There you go. Some of that stuff, even the Disney stuff, because
Mhm.
I'm just thinking that you can rank higher on Google, but it's going to take a little bit to get there.
Yeah, you
Um,
said her monthly blog views are not real high. So that would be
I don't think so. When I looked at, and it was SEMrush, so y'all take that with a grain of salt. Allison, I
okay.
know you know
So
what
if
your
we're wrong,
numbers are,
yeah,
so
yeah. But
she's
that
got
would
to
be
do analytics.
a really easy way to start ranking higher and get more views every month. Yeah.
100%. Like
Yeah.
you,
Let's
I
talk. Go ahead.
let's take a look at this email opt-in. So, girl, on mobile.
What email opt-in?
Well, I was gonna be
Oh,
nice, Christy.
I know. We need
Okay.
you to have a really cool email opt-in.
And
Yeah.
it should pop up. You guys, if you don't have a pop-up 30 seconds
Yeah.
after I land on your site,
Mhm.
this over here, I'm on desktop. This does not show up on mobile at all. So, and here's the thing, everybody take a note. Free weekly updates is not an opt-in. It's not. And Allison, because we're seeing all these recipes, I would do like a
Mhm.
quarterly recipe book or
Yep.
a meal plan. Like you
Mhm.
need, you guys, we have a free resource that rocks and it helps you figure out what you are doing in your business. What streams of income, what's your email opt-in? Like it's completely free. It's in the description.
Mhm.
Because you, girl, we love what you're doing, but
Yeah.
we can't see where the focus is.
Right.
And so if we can't see it, nobody else can see it.
And the key to building your income with this is to have some kind of focus and to have that email opt-in and people to know what everything's about. So we see tons of potential here. I mean, you're doing a ton of work. It's beautiful. I mean, there's a lot of opportunity here, but yeah, like the free weekly updates, it's not
And to say
compelling
subscribe,
either.
you guys, when you
Yeah.
say subscribe, it's like asking somebody to marry them on the first date. They're
Yes.
like, what the heck am I doing? Like, they just don't know. So, girl, we got to get you a better we've got to have a better opt-in. Like, really, truly got to have a better opt-in
Yeah.
here.
So definitely grab that freebie that we have that's linked below, like that. It's the marketing strategy plan, because it's going to walk you through like not just like what your email opt-in would be, but like the whole plan, like from like your streams of income to the email opt-in to the page, like your whole, like a comprehensive plan.
Yeah. And I would say like
It's,
100% that's
and
and we
it's what
do in
so
the
many people need. Like if you don't, like we don't ever want anybody to feel bad. Like everybody needs this. That's why we created it. Right? Like it's so common not to have something like that.
and you're not alone with subscribe and free weekly updates. I bet we've
Oh yeah.
seen out of 20 people, over 75%. That's what people have.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So not a big deal. So, but we
Yeah.
would like to see this better. And you guys, that's what we do in the mastermind. We like literally
Yes.
like give you ideas. I have ideas rolling through my head right now of what you could do there easily have more income coming in. I talked to a gal today. This number blew me away, Christy. She said she sends out 5 emails a week typically with different stuff. She makes $500 on average an email.
Dang. Like, okay, so she's making $2,500 a week on emails
on her own products and on
I'll
affiliate.
take that. I'll take that.
So I mean, yeah, that's the potential there of
Yeah.
what you can do. So we want to keep this.
Yeah, and it's not like crazy, like pie in the sky. Like it's not like it
Mm-mm.
doesn't have to even take forever. Like especially when you've already got a base of, you've got a beautiful blog, you have the Facebook page with 10,000 followers, you've got, now we're looking at YouTube, over 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Like there's so much quick potential. Like within a year, you could be making a lot more money. That's not
Well,
like
and her
crazy.
YouTube. So Allison, I'm going to chat with you about YouTube here. So one of it, you guys look here on this Meat Rose, that board, she's had 70 to over 72,000, nearly 73,000 views, and only has one little over 1,000 subscribers. Success leaves clues. That Halloween one, do more, do more. And we have a YouTube training so you know how long your video has to be, how you find your keywords. We love vidIQ. It's $96 for the year. I would do more of this. I watched this video yesterday because
the she shed tour,
the she shed tour, which girl, I want your she shed. But here's my question is there was no ad in it. Zero.
and it's over 8 minutes, so it could be monetized.
You've got, when I looked at the stats, you've got the numbers there looking at the last 6 months. So either you haven't turned ads on or there's something else going on here.
Yeah. So check that out because that's an easy way to make money.
20 minutes. I mean, you've got to get some of these, but I also see on your YouTube, again, you're all over the place. Like you're going from recipes to she shed to I think you're the one who did like watermelon and mustard. I think I saw one on different milks. I think it was you.
And then we've got the swimming pool.
It's all over.
She shed, air fryer croutons. And that again goes back to that everyday shortcuts. Like, dang, like building a she shed does not feel like a shortcut to me. Right?
Well, and this might be here how you
maybe there are
how
shortcuts
you did that.
Yeah.
But this wasn't. You had a lot of great stuff in the video, but even like the keywords, she shed is not pulling up as a great keyword. And so like knowing those keywords, going through vidIQ, knowing what that is, like you've only had 30 views. It's the description, it's the keywords, but you need to turn ads on if you haven't done that already, because you should be at that place. Now you've got some short videos. So I don't know if some of that is, but most of your videos.
And these videos, I mean, we didn't see any videos while we were on her page on Facebook. Those shorter videos, even as long as they're 3 minutes long,
could literally go viral and get your page monetized.
Download, and don't share the link. Don't share the YouTube link to Facebook, because that's like the kiss of death. Okay, you don't want to do that. Just download, or if you already have it downloaded, upload that video right to Facebook.
Yeah.
So, and then you're going to be able to get monetized there. And if you can do a video for that spooky Halloween charcuterie board, it's freaking going to go nuts on Facebook and YouTube, guaranteed, like 100%.
And just make sure, I may be putting something in the mastermind, because viral posts can get you hacked. We found out this week, last week. So there is some safety stuff that you need to put in place before you post something like this that has 72,000 views. And it's 5 months ago, so it's still going. Just so that you're safe. Allison, you have a ton of potential. Like, we just want to say that. Like, I think that you need to get a really in-depth written strategy. And I think having some coaching to be able to kind of walk you through the little steps, to know, like, this is what I would focus on. You guys, here's what we know. Like, this can be overwhelming. Like, we know that. So when you're able to have, like, literally, we wrote out a plan today, and it was like, here are the 5 things for this month that you're going to focus on. You know, not a ton, but we look at the monetization. So Allison, we would 100%, and if you're not ready for that, grab the resources that we have, the trainings and the workbooks that we have.
Yeah, we've got some low price trainings. We've got the free workbook. So there's ways to work with us really cheap as well. So, and then there's the mastermind if you need more hand holding and you need a plan and you need somebody to kind of walk you through it. And then we both do done for you services as well. So like Connie manages pages and helps those pages get monetized. I'm an expert with Facebook ads. And so I'm happy to run ads. Like, if that's the place that you're at, I also do Facebook pages as well. So, if you're at a place where you're like, I just want to hand it off and not think about it, then
we would tell you 100% do that. And if
there are a lot of options for working with us.
Yeah. And if you're not really sure, I mean, we're happy to meet and kind of walk you through your options and let you make the choice. We're doing that this afternoon with somebody. So anyway, I hope this was helpful. You guys make sure that you get your own audit, because I promise you'll see things that can easily be fixed and bring you in more income. So anyway, great job, Allison. And we can't wait to see your page grow.
Awesome.